Hello and welcome to another PA Matches cast. Got a 1v1 between Stuart98 and Usith. Stuart's here in the light blue and Usith's in the black. Stuart's already got his first factory out, going for metal energy factory. Personally, I find that tends to have me stall out on metal too hard. Usith is going for metal energy storage, metal then factory. This has you getting out of factory a bit later, but allows your economy to be a lot stabler and tend to dip into the negative a lot less. I've been meaning to do some in-depth comparisons between the two, so I guess this is a nice point to see how things are going. Got a skitter out, going to be using that for scouting. People have been using skitters lately, which has been interesting. Honestly, I think it's kind of nice to see some changes in gameplay. Skitters, they're not nearly as fast as even fighters, let alone scouts, but they do have a large vision and mean you can get scouting even without building another factory. So he's probably manually queued up that scout rather than using the area patrol command. So that skitter is probably just going to go from metal spot to metal spot looking for Usith. Oh, both players are going for skitters. Usith built 2 skitters. Very interesting stuff. Man, I wish I could see their economies and see how both players were doing at this point, so I could compare the two. So, both players need to get expanding. They are fairly close together, and there's not a whole lot of metal in between them. This is a pretty good metal spot, though. And look at this. We've got a scout here watching this metal spot, and this fabricator headed out to build a factory over here to claim this metal. Another interesting thing, both players went for vehicle factories first. Now Stuart's got a bot factory out. Players tend to go for bot factories first because the bots, they're just so darn fast. It makes for early game rating to be quite valid, or not valid, effective, quite effective. Yet, neither players are going for too many offensive units. We've got 2 ants out, pounders, UT8s, whatever, UTC8, whatever they're called nowadays. Air factory going up from Stuart. I don't think either player has found each other yet. Oh, Stuart just found Usith. At least he claims he did. Oh, we got an advanced bot factory going up. Yeah, he's just talking smack. They haven't found each other yet. Advanced bot factory going up from Stuart. That's pretty early, 4 minutes in. That is a really, really early advanced rush. Air factory almost done. Oh, and looks like we're going to get our first little engagement. This fabricator's heading on over to this delicious, delicious metal clump and is going to find it occupied. However, the scout, I don't know. We'll see if the scout's good enough to take it out. Another advanced factory going up from Usith. Again, that's pretty early. 2 fabricators on it, though. Still, neither player's found each other, but idle air factory. That's unfortunate. There we go. Now the fighter going up. Stuart's going to find Usith here real soon. Both players are just continuing to expand. These ants are headed out into the middle of nowhere. Oh, and looks like they haven't discovered what's going on over here yet. But that fabricator will be taken out now. And nope, it's leaving. Down it goes. That was an alright win. At 5.5 minutes in, losing a fabricator is not a real big deal. But here we go. Bunch of doxes headed out now that Stuart kind of has an idea where Usith is. And Usith does not have any offensive units yet, relying just on, whoa, that was really weird, relying just on these laser defense towers to defend, which these laser defense towers will have no problem taking out those raiding bots. Honestly, I think it's a mistake here from Usith not to go air or not put forth more effort into finding where Stuart is. Knowing where your opponent is just imperative in Planetary Annihilation. You got to know where your opponent is in order to attack, because you want to attack early and you want to attack often. You can't do that if you don't know where your opponent is. Also, now that Stuart knows that Usith is over in this direction, he's going to work on expanding this way, which will mean that these expansions are a little bit more protected. So if Usith knew where Stuart was, then he would have put these laser defense towers over here, which would have made him more effective. So Stuart's now flying overhead and knows that this is not the main base. Gonna send fighters out to find out where Usith's main base is. But we've got an advanced vehicle factory out from Usith. Now that's going to make for a very interesting match if he only builds advanced offensive units. Because this vehicle factory is sitting idle and he's not even bothering to build ants, pounders, whatever the hell they're called. Bots are very intelligently just sitting outside of range of these laser defense towers. However, they probably could swing around and destroy at least these two laser defense towers. Possibly, or metal extractors, possibly even this one if he micros it properly. No radar up from either player. Oh, no, there we go. There's one from Usith. Don't see any from Stuart. Radar is cheap and very, very useful. Wow, Stuart's got quite a bit of metal extractors all over the place. And we've got this expansion out here from Usith. Very good move, building a factory out at these metal clumps. That allows for much faster expansion, much easier defense, much easier raiding. It's just a great idea to put factories all over the planet, particularly vehicle factories. And still not much going on. But we've got, what are these? These vanguards. Looks like, and that's a sheller. Looks like Usith is going for an advanced vehicle rush, if that is such a thing. Although he is putting out a bot factory and an advanced air factory. But nothing further from this. I think Usith is not going to build a single basic offensive unit. Is only going to build advanced offensive units. Wow, now that is very, very interesting. Oh, nope. We've got some spinners over here, so he can't quite say that, but he all but can. But still, see, look, Usith doesn't know where Stuart is, so he's got all of these units over on this side of his base, even though Stuart is in the opposite direction. Wow, that is a lot of aircraft and bombers out on area patrol. It's a very good move. Advanced bot factory done, advanced vehicle factories almost done. I really wish both players would do more raiding. But Usith, it does have, well, even then, there's still spots that Stuart could attack. Stuart does have a decent amount of intel of what's going on. But this is why you need to be constantly scouting at all stages of the game. Because all of this energy over here is unprotected, this side of the base is unprotected. If you were to get some bots or some of these vehicles, they could do a decent amount of damage. Well worth the metal investment. It's going to be really interesting to see how we've got vehicles out on the move with some combat fabricators. Very good move. Nope, never mind. Those are not combat fabricators. Those are stingers. He should build some combat fabricators. Combat fabricators would be able to keep those vanguards alive for a lot longer, which would make for some very nasty. Okay, Usith, what do you know? You know nothing. That is a huge mistake not scouting, because all of these offensive units, these vehicles are just going in the wrong direction. In the complete wrong direction. And now we've got an idle commander, and Stuart is building a bunch of vehicle factories right over here. And units incoming, including some sniper bots. If he's not paying attention, we could get an early death here from Usith simply because he didn't scout and had no clue that stuff was coming to attack his commander. And he is continuing to send his vehicles in the wrong direction. If you don't know where your opponent is, don't send all of your units off in the same direction. You got to send them off in all directions. And here we go. A bunch of units moving in, forming up. Got some fighters and some bombers, and there we go. Bots moving in. If Usith does this right, he could easily take out those bots with his uber charge. However, those sniper bots that are in the mix, if microed right, can be very nasty and could take out that commander. Bunch of bombers. Not using his uber charge. Commander is doing a pretty good job of taking care of them, though. But still, those sniper bots are putting in a bunch of damage, and this doesn't make any sense. Looks like I've got something wrong with my settings. That's not showing up the health bars, which is very unfortunate. There we go. Now units are moving off in the right direction. These stingers are thinning out those aircraft, but these sniper bots are still moving around, and there's still these two ants. They could kill this advanced fabricator, and there we go. Down it goes. That was a very nice win. Very nice win. Now Usith has some idea of some direction of what's going on. In come more bombers. Stuart does make a good point. Stingers are very nice. They've got a very high rate of fire. They're very useful units. And the counter to Stingers is the advanced bombers. Those advanced bombers can just shred Stingers. This is not looking good for Usith. This is why Usith needed to be expanding more and scouting more. All these units are converging in. They're going to be able to do a lot of damage, and all of these units are all on the wrong side. And look at this. There's still all these units way over here, and these units way over here that are just heading to who knows where. Scouting is just absolutely imperative. All these units moving in, causing a lot of damage, taking out lots of energy plants. Since Stuart has been expanding, he has a ton more economy. And this is not looking good for Usith. Once he loses that advanced air factory, that's going to be quite the blow. Not much left to stop. Units moving in from Stuart, just taking out defensive structures. I think it's pretty much GG at this point. There's not much Stuart can do to come back from this. Honestly, I think it was a pretty bold and very strong move to go straight for those advanced units. It's risky, but it is potentially possible. You just got to do it right, and Stuart, he doesn't have enough map control. He doesn't have enough metal. He doesn't have a big enough economy. And now he's going to get overrun. Vanguards moving in. Vanguards have crazy amounts of health. Very, very nasty units, but they have a very, very short range. So all these ants, pounders, whatever they are, all they need to do is just kind of hang back, and there's nothing these vanguards can do to stop them. Let's take a look at Stuart, see how he's doing. Tons of map control, tons of factories. Got some vehicles heading around the backside from Stuart. They'll be able to take out some of these advanced metal extractors, but it's not really going to make much of a difference. This is why you need to scout and expand. Scout and expand. Which is what Usith did not do, and That's what is causing him to lose the match. Map control is key. Gain a strong economy. These vehicles are doing a good job. They're moving around on all sides. Keep Usith on his toes, so even though he's building defensive structures over here, they're not going to make a difference because of these attacks over here. Now, defensive structures are going up over here, but attacks are coming in on all sides. Stuart needs to clump up these units, do a little bit of scouting. Not sure if that's a sheller or a vanguard. That is a sheller. So now all he needs to do is just get a little bit of vision on these, or radar coverage on these laser defense towers, and the shellers can just pick them apart safely from range. Either way, units moving in on all sides. Not looking good for Usith. But at the same time, now Stuart's been kiting just at the edge of these laser defense towers' range, which means the laser defense towers can shoot at the units, but the units cannot shoot at them. That is a very big micro mistake. Either way, lots and lots of metal extractors going for Usith. His economy has got to be hurting. But even then, there's still lots of unclaimed metal all throughout the planet. So let's see. Some nice moves from Stuart over here. Kiting these vanguards, going to be able to take them out no problem. He's aware of the threat coming in from the backside and has got units moving in to take out those attacking pounders. Lots of sniper bots and levelers will be able to take care of that threat no problem. This, on the other hand, is a little bit more of a threat. We got bots moving in on both sides. They'll be able to take care of it with not that many losses. Let's see how Usith is doing. Usith is just being forced to turtle hard, put up lots and lots of defensive structures. He does have a sizable group of advanced vehicles, so it's probably about time for a counterattack. He does have all of these defensive structures here keeping him alive. So at this point, Stuart needs to start changing up his tactics. Usith has very little to no air, and his base is very clumped together. So Stuart's got two options. He could build a Hulkins right here and just shred Usith's base, or he could go for advanced air and just take him out with gunships or Hornets, or there's also the option of going for the good old nuke. You always want to change up your strategy when one thing is having mediocre results, which these vehicle spam is. So he needs to stop doing this, pull back, clump up his units so they're not as easily picked off, and then change up his strategy. Throw something new at Usith, or do some scouting and find where all of these other stuff's going on. Because I betcha Stuart does not know about some of these. He's got a little bit of vision, but not really. Neither player's really been doing much late game scouting. Sizable attack force. Wow, Usith, I was expecting him to be dead by this point, but he's changing things up and attacking on multiple fronts, which is making things difficult for Stuart, letting him hang in there. Very nice move. Still, Usith both players need to just expand, claim some of these metal spots that are over here on the backside. Look at this. This is a very nice metal clump. Ooh, and walls are going up. Now Stuart's attacks are going to be slowly being less and less effective, while this group of advanced vehicles is getting larger and larger and larger. I'm betting Usith is going to have a counterattack coming here soon. But still, neither players are going air, and we've got an idle commander. Always want to keep that commander building, even if it's just assisting a factory. So, again, both players have been doing the same thing for quite some time. Look at this just ring of units that these advanced laser defense towers. They're just shredding them. So Stuart's doing a pretty good job of changing things up and attacking on the other side. He's having not that great of results. Stuart's able to amass defensive attacks with ease. And we've got quite a big group of units, a little bit of everything in here. Lots of sniper bots, which are... They continue heading off in this direction, which, let's see. Does Stuart know about it? He knows something's over there, and he knows he keeps on getting attacked in that direction. So, these units are probably going to head off in that direction. We got some air units up from Stuart, finally. Or not Stuart, Usith. And also an idle commander from Stuart. That is a mistake. Always keep that commander building. Let's see how the main... Oh, here we go. Counterattack moving forward. It's stringing along, so that's going to severely reduce the effectiveness of this attack, but it is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Lots of units moving forward. Lots of fabricators in the mix. I wonder if that was just an accidental selection. Vanguards, yep, Vanguards. Vanguards are a beast. You get a large group of them, and it'll take a while for them to actually start firing, and if you micro properly and keep your units out of the way, out of the range of those Vanguards, but still, they are nasty. Oh, but look at this. There's all of this stuff over here that Usith needs to be attacking, but... Oops. Yep. No clue that it is over there. Not even a radar. Always build radar. Always build radar. The basic radars are dirt cheap. Uh-oh, commander out in the open. Probably an accidental selection, but that accidental selection is probably going to cost Usith the match. Oh, here we go. Pulling back. Might be too little, too late. Accidental commander selection. Those are the worst. Good game from both players. Well, hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope there was plenty to learn from that. And yep, Usith not happy with the results of that, nor am I. Losing because of an accidental commander selection, that just sucks. Either way, good game. Hope y'all learned something from it. Oh, we got calls for a rematch. Let me know what you think in the comments. Drop me a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.